There is so much to do in Seoul, and I wish I had have stayed longer than 48 hours. I will show you all of the places I visited and everything I ate. During this trip, I had a lot of firsts, such as dressing up in Hanbok, visiting a PC cafe, and eating LA Galbi. I met old friends and was so grateful for the kindness of this old lady and this man. Thank you, 감사합니다. I became overwhelmed with negative emotions as well as positive emotions. I thoroughly enjoyed getting my personal analysis done, and then I got the train to Busan. Welcome to Geordie's Journeys. I'm Jordan, and I got ripped off at Shenzhen Airport. Never exchange currency here since I lost 60 quid. It's not worth the tears. My luck continued as I was delayed for an hour. Am I Xie Lian? The plane food was surprisingly good, and before I knew it, I had arrived at Incheon Airport. I got my bag and headed straight to buy my bus ticket. I recommend going to the counter and showing them your address or hotel, as they will pick the best bus for you. They tell you which bus stop to go to and you get on, then sorted. Wait, it's time for my movie moment. Like a butterfly. And then BTS came live, so I was a happy Jordan. I recommend taking the bus or getting a transfer if you have a lot of luggage, since Seoul metros are not baggage friendly. I made my way to the hotel and I was dying to have a bath. But the best part of it, there was a bidet. If anyone wants to gift me a bidet, I would be eternally grateful. The room was spacious and it even had a dressing gown and slippers. Time to satiate my appetite, since the plain food didn't really touch the sides. My first meal had to be authentically Korean, and what better thing to eat than doenjang jjigae. To my doenjang jjigae mukbang. Here we have rice, we have doenjang jjigae. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Getting emotional. If I could eat one soup for the rest of my life, this would be it. After polishing off my meal, which only cost 8,000 won, I headed to North Seoul Tower via the bus. I used my T-Money card, which you can buy at any convenience store. They don't accept cash. Then I got my ticket from Gluck and skipped the photo zone, not for me, and embraced the sights. So I have been here before, but the last time I came, I didn't really get any good pictures. Look at the views of Seoul from here. Wow. And even at North Seoul Tower, they sell BTS merch. Army for life, yo. Honestly, life could be worse. Ew, cringe. I wanted to capture the sunset, but it was really cloudy, so I couldn't. I stayed until it was dark and then headed back down. A lot of people tell you not to bother to go up to the tower and that the views are just as good from the bottom, which I do disagree with. If you have £14 to waste, then it is worth going up. You can get a coffee and just watch the city. It's very peaceful. It gets really busy outside of the tower. There are lots of people taking the perfect picture, so I decided to hop on the bus and go to Myeongdong, which I was hoping it wouldn't be too busy at this late hour. Gyeongsuwa! I did come across a K-pop shop, so I had a little look. I didn't buy anything because this was the first day of my trip and I didn't know how much I was going to spend. I had also just bought my 17 tickets, so poor. So I need to be careful. Welcome to Myeongdong, one of the busiest and foreigner-friendly places in Seoul. This street is actually famous for street food. It was my plan to eat here, but I was still so full from eating everything earlier. Wait, I'm ready for my close-up. So no eating. Then I run into Sunjae again. Is this fate? Oh, and Cha Unu says, what's up? This street is great for buying Korean brands and skincare too. This is the Hermes shop, which is popular for accessories. Matin Kim is also really popular too, as you can see from the hordes of people here. This street is not very busy for this time of year. Usually you can't get moved for people. Oh my gosh, it's the Line Friend shop. I have no self-control in this bloody shop. Someone save me. BT21 merch is my kryptonite. Ah, Jimmy, Koya, Cookie, there's all of them. Ta-ta. Have some self-control, Jordan. So, I got my mom a cute Shuki passport holder, and then I had a breakdown over the perfect keyring. There's too much choice. And now I've spent too much money. Nightlife is wild in Korea, but I'm not a party girl. IU is so beautiful. I can't wait for her to get married. Now I'm going to walk back to the hotel. I lived here for almost 2 years and I have never felt more safe in a country before. And that's a wrap. It's day 2 and we are heading to the conveni for breakfast on the go. Unfortunately, no ramen tutorial today. It's a 3 times large tuna kimbap and a 1+1 protein shake. I am, of course, running late, so we are eating on the go. We are heading to the Hanbok shop to try on Hanbok for the first time. I ordered the ticket on Klook for only £14 and the process was easy, but it was so busy when I got there. They take your passport for insurance and keep it until you return the Hanbok. This isn't uncommon in Korea, but it's definitely weird to a Westerner. There were definitely cheaper places along the street, so I wouldn't necessarily use Klook again, and I felt like the other places had prettier dresses too. I think all of the nice Hanbok had already been chosen, so I went with this Barbie pink one. In hindsight, I absolutely don't know what I was thinking, but let's just go with it for today. I'm not sure this was the best choice, but let's try. It was fine, it fit. The assistant helped you to tie it, etc. Obviously without the hat. But it wasn't a magical moment like I had when I tried on Hanfu in China. Click at the top of the screen to check that out. Now off we go to the palace. If you wear hanbok to the palace, you get in for free. I'm surprised there's so many people, especially men, dressed up. I didn't take a picture with the gods because I'm impatient, so off to the palace we go. Let me have my princess moment. Gyeongbokgung has a long history of being destroyed by Japan and then rebuilt again. Restorations are still happening today and are set to finish in 2045. I do think this would be more fun with friends, but I managed to keep myself entertained. My favorite thing to do in Korea is frolic. Now that I don't work here, I can do what I want. Yeah. Pay up. I love him. I love him. I hope you liked my reenactment of a historical drama. If you need any actors, I'm available, I'm ready. Just hit me up, you know? This is the palace BTS performed Idol at for Jimmy Fallon. Here's a very bad rendition of that. The Chinese take their pictures very seriously and they even hire photographers. Power to them. In case you don't know how to open a triangle kimbap, I will show you. Pull this all the way around. Pull this off. Pull this side. Wow, amazing. And no seaweed came out. Cross that over there. Voila. It is raining. Not heavy. Lovely jubbly. Now I am going to return this hanbok. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Triangle kimbap didn't make the cut. Goodbye hanbok. Next time I'll choose a more flattering color. Now we are off to Bukchon Hanok village. Matcha bingsu sounds to die for. The village is beautiful and of course it's raining again. It's a very picturesque place, but it is in a residential area and there are signs everywhere telling you to be quiet. People were dressed in hanbok taking pictures, but I don't think there's a lot to do here other than shop and drink coffee. So onwards we go to Ikseon-dong Hanok village, where my favorite shop in Korea is. It's called Tetron Salon. They modernize traditional clothing and I especially like their unisex collection. My outfit is actually from here and it has lasted me over 3 years. They have a lot of feminine things too, but unfortunately today I didn't like anything. So I traveled to meet my friend for tea. It was raining so heavily, so this old lady took pity on me and told me to get under her umbrella. I'm just too lazy to use mine, but I was very touched by her gesture. I finally met my friend. Tell everyone who you are. Oh. What's your name?
Wonjeong.
And she drove us to the restaurant. Good job because I'm starving. We are at Gangnam Myeongdong. I need a plastic bag to stop my brolly from dripping everywhere. This is a restaurant famous for Galbi. It's my first time trying it and I'm so excited. Mouth watering. First you need to taste the broth. It was so fragrant. Then take the meat off the bone and cut it into bite-sized pieces and order milmyeon. Apparently, they are supposed to go together perfectly. I'm usually not a fan of cold food, and Myeongdong is cold and spicy noodles, so let's give it a go. You can cut the noodles so you don't have to twist all day, or so you don't choke to death. And this is how you eat it.
And put this here. Okay, like here. You too, correct.
It's the Korean way. It was actually delicious. The warm tenderness of the beef was perfect with the spicy, slightly acidic noodles. Can't forget the white rice. And then to finish, bokkeumbap. They use the juices from the galbi to make it, and it's divine. Thank you to Wonjeong's dad for paying. 아빠님, 고맙습니다. The plan was to go to the photo booth and for cake, but the weather was awful. So Wonjeong kindly dropped me off at my hotel. Another rainy day in Seoul. And we are off to Hongdae. At Hongdae Station, they have lockers of different sizes to leave your bags, and also a baggage drop-off that takes your luggage to Seoul Station, Gimpo, or Incheon Airport. I'm not sure about the prices, but it's very useful. I came out at exit 4, and there's a mall here with a lot of anime and K-pop shops if you're interested. This is the start of Hongdae. 원우야, 생일 축하해요. If we go across the road, there are lots of places to eat and so many photo booths, but this is Korea. Photo booths are everywhere. My favorite photo booth is Haru Film, if you're wondering. I wanted a cookie. Apparently, this place is British, but I've only ever seen them outside of the UK. Maybe it's a southern thing. But it doesn't open until 11. Basically, nothing in Hongdae is open before 11, so don't get up early to go shopping or get one last thing before your flight. You won't get it. I'm headed to the PC Cafe because Jeff Satur tickets for Hong Kong come out today. And I've actually never been to a PC Cafe before, so let's try it out. My Korean isn't as good as it used to be, so I'm going to have to figure this out. Watch and learn. Easier than I thought. 3,000 for an hour isn't bad. I got logged on and tried to give myself a pep talk. You should know who Jeff Satur is, but if you don't, he's a Thai singer with the voice of an angel. And I actually started listening to him when I lived in Korea, so this is full circle. Until the website didn't work and then I didn't get tickets and I cried. But I tried again on general sale and I got tickets, not VIP, but we live. So basically I shed tears for no reason. It's what I do here. How else could I get over the heartbreak and disappointment? A cookie, of course. Yes, I'm a basic white girl who lives on matcha, sumi. I got the matcha and white chocolate. Let's give it a try. I'd say it's a little bit dry. I headed to a K-pop shop where they were promoting TXT. Bumkyua! The shop was unfortunately closed, so I headed to the bottom of the street to the Line Friends shop, which has now been renamed K-pop Square, and it sells Zero Base One merch, which was cute. I saw Zero Base One when they first debuted, and Ricky was an absolute king on the stage. It was amazing. Some of the merch here was different from the Myeongdong shop, and of course, I had to buy a Tata plushie. Then I realized I lost my green hat that my best friend bought me, and I've been wearing this the entire trip. Oh, and I also lost my 17 Metro card, so obviously it was crash out time on the Metro. Crying, tears, hysterical. I should have been embarrassed, but I'm not. I have a lot of feelings, okay? Oh, and I was running extremely late to my personal color appointment because of the Metro card situation. I had to pre-book this 4 months in advance and I still couldn't be on time. So I just wanted to give up at this point, and it was raining again. Oops, I arrived 15 minutes late. This place is famous because so many idols and celebrities have come here. I will show you the highlights from the analysis, but I have uploaded the full video on my channel. The link is at the top. I had so much fun doing this and I really do recommend it if you go to Korea.
So you can see your face looks something very stiff, very just like cold as well.
제가 심폐소생술.
Now we're gonna go for resuscitation right now. You're gonna make yourself with CPR right now.
자,
Okay, 1 second.
지금 아파요.
You're in a sick. You're gonna breathe in, right?
살았어요.
You're not alive. You cannot breathe. Exactly. So when you use the same white,
오프화이트는
this
창백하고요.
off-white is a bit too pale looking.
노란기 들어간 아이보리는 훨씬 더
But
건강해
something more yellowish ivory color makes your face look so much more healthier.
Wow, really?
If we were to give you a hint, the darker color is not good on you.
그대로 색이 얼굴에 반사.
You can see the color just reflecting right on your face, so it's just more darkening right now.
I only wear dark colors.
그거는
Now, white is
I
better.
go shopping too.
So we're gonna go for a warm tone, so we're gonna compare the two seasons of warm tone.
자, 밝은 거 어두운 거
So
차이예요.
it's the difference between the lightness now, the lighter and the darker colors. It's a bit too dull, right?
Yeah.
올드해 보일 수
You
있어요.
look too old.
young,
You look
lovely,
very young and lovely,
energetic, cute.
The darker one is too scary right now. You can be afraid of this color.
근데 얘는 무서워 맛에
It looks so much
훨씬 더
prettier.
잘 보여요.
And it makes your eyes look more like clear.
얘는 눈동자도 어두워 보여요.
This color makes your eyes a bit too murky and very blurred.
오케이, 봄으로 가겠습니다.
So we will go for spring.
자,
So when the colors are more saturated, we're gonna notice that the attention is pulled more towards the color than yourself.
Okay.
빨간색이 잘
You see,
먹혔어요.
the red is not as
Not
good.
good, yeah.
나보다 옷이 먼저 보이죠.
Compared to yourself, the color is like stealing your attention right now,
Yeah.
right?
주인공은 나여야 되는데
You have to be the main character right now here, but it's stealing the spotlight.
Okay.
이렇게 가야 주인공이
So
돼요.
this is the color that makes you stand out more.
They also tell you about makeup colors and styles, best cuts for your body, and also give you swatches for your best colors, which I now take with me everywhere religiously. There's no time to explore Gangnam today since I've just realized I have only eaten that cookie today and I need to catch the train to Busan. So off we go to forage. Things that I've learned today. Check your entire bag before you sit on the metro and cry about your Kyoton card, your transport card, because I found everybody. And I was so sad because it's the route line in 17 and it has 20,000 won on. After losing 60 quid in the airport, I was just like another fucking problem. Also, I have still lost my hat, so that's not coming back. It's a good job I didn't go to Gangnam because it is 3:42. I still haven't ate, so I'm going to Mom's Touch, but it's an 8-minute walk. So can I get there, get back to the hotel by 4:05? Okay, there's no one here. Absolutely no onion. Pepsi, chill Pepsi. Let's see if Mom's Touch is as good as I remember. Okay. This is a mammoth burger. They've changed it since I last came. It used to just be like bits of prawn fried, but now it's like a prawn patty. I think this is the best fast food in Korea. The burgers just slap. And the fried chicken, amazing.
53번 메뉴가 준비되었습니다.
Cajun fries. And this was all 10,000 won. Amazing. Delicious. I forgot that I had places to be, so I had to run back to the hotel, get my suitcase, jump on the metro to go to Seoul Station. When I got there, the escalators were broken. At this point, I'm having like flashbacks because when I first moved to Korea, I had to carry 2 massive suitcases, and at the end, I just ended up throwing them down the stairs. Don't worry, wait. I have a K-drama moment. Oh my god, I love him. Thank you, kind man, for helping me. Welcome to Seoul Station, where you can get anywhere in Korea, basically. There's coffee shops here, you can get the tickets over there, and then you just head down and look for your platform number. Unfortunately, mine isn't here yet, which is really bizarre because this is Korea and it's pretty efficient. I'm taking the KTX, which is the fastest train, and it takes just over 2.5 hours to get to Busan from Seoul. So I'm currently on the train to Busan and it is delayed. It's the first time I've ever been on the train and it's been delayed. But anyway, let's hope we don't get attacked. I'm passing the time by catching up on some TV and editing in style. Then before you know it, I've arrived in Busan. It honestly feels like coming home when I come back here. I had a tough time living here, but I'm so grateful for that time and the friends I made here. Thank you for watching Geordie's Journeys. Subscribe and comment down below if you want to know more about Korea.